This is perhaps the most bizarre build I have ever made for Death Sentence. Not kidding ya. It's pretty much using the armor bag, which is considered to be the worst equipment in Payday 2. Even worse than a sentry gun. And you get the armor bag by one of the perk decks, by completing at least the sixth of your slot in your perk deck, the 6th deck, which is universal to all the perks, and it's a walk in the closet, which of course you pick up your ammo 145%, but it's mainly getting the armor bag, and it says it gives you the armor bag to use to change your armor during a heist. You can only do it one time. So I want to pair this with the Stoic, alongside with a few skills to help me with it. With the Stoics, I get very much the bare essential for the Stoic builds. Having an upper sage, you know, having some jokers, converge, hostage taker, and of course, gonna be rocking the ICTV. And of course using Jack of all trades Ace. And I guess there's one advantage of using the armor bag as your secondary, is that you don't have to spend much of the skill points in the other slots for others, you know, to get either more ammo bag or a doctor bag. I mean, I could have just replaced my armor bag for secondary for either a, for a doctor bag, which only gives me 2 charge. But but this is meant into different playstyles. Of course, I'll be rocking the 2 of my one of the 2 best weapons in Payday 2, which doesn't take any skill to use, and by skill I mean doesn't take any of the sharpshooter skill. Doesn't need much of the sniper skills in the sharpshooter, and does not, in the Grim 12 loaded with Dragon's Breath, does not need any shotgunner skills as much. I only got these ones for the spare points. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you an example on how this is really effective. Heat Street is actually a good example of when to properly use the armor bag. So how the armor bag works, when you, of course, like your armor, but when you spawn in, you start out with a 2-piece suit, and at any moment you switch to the armor, you're gonna equip that armor, but you have to hold still for a few seconds. So the purpose of the armor bag, in my opinion, is use it to attack with speed. Attack with speed.
Put him up. Drop it. On your knees. Bracelets. Put him up. Half records here. Knee down.
I get some meat shields and just
I got it.
They shot the driver. They'll have to continue on foot.
Straight down. Down. On the ground.
so I'm gonna try to bypass most of the cops in the way.
I've found the target's location. Go hunt, my friends.
Hey, faster, faster.
Something happened. Seems Matt crashed his car. Keep going, and you'll catch up with him.
Now with a 2-piece suit, at least I could able to run fast, so I have good stamina. Alright, now I made it to the crash site. Now since I don't have to run as much anymore, now I'm okay to equip the armor, so let's equip the armor. Now I have the ICTV. So I am slower, but since I'm using
On the
Stoic,
ground.
now I'm gonna get more health. And yeah, it depends on the perk deck you're using with the armor bag. It will change depending on the armor you have, and when you equip the armor bag, it will change. So the expression will change from having a small, with a large health, like a health storage. And if you equip the ICTV with the X President, you only get a small amount of health storage. So it will change. It also applies with the Anarchist perk deck. So if you start with an ICTV, you have quite, a low amount of armor. But of course, you're able to get some of the armor back more quickly. But if you switch to have the armor bag and you have an ICTV with the Anarchist and you switch, equip it to the ICTV with the armor bag, the armor chunk gonna take a while, so you had to pretty much choose your moment when to equip the armor. So since I equip it here, I don't have to move around as much, and I can just hunker down, which gives you a lot more protection. Of course, that means I can take a lot more hits compared to with a two-piece suit.
Shoot the gas can to set it on fire.
Shield, for fuck's sake! Drop it! It's a fucking taser! Shield down! Come on, shoot it! Taser rack! Halfway, I can see him! Move it! Yeah. Don't move!
Wow, never seen anything like that. Now, don't lose your advantage, guys.
Bracelets! Don't move! Don't move!
And mainly people use the armor bag during mostly stealth, where, they have a feeling that it's not going to go well, so they usually equip the armor on the armor bag just in case stealth gets blown and they go for it. Then use the armor instead of doing a restart.
More fuel to the fire, guys.
But you are wasting a equipment slot for something in stealth, like either a jammer, a body bag, or trip mines with the sensor mode. And you could say the same thing for loud. You're kind of wasting a equipment slot for your, for meds or ammo. But I feel like the armor bag is really truly meant for loud only. And I feel like it's mostly best used when you actually attack with lightning speed first. To, caught enemies off guard before the first assault starts, so you can complete your objectives much more quicker. And once you hunker down before the first assault wave starts, that's when I believe you should equip the your armor bag. Depends on the armor you have.
The fire is dying. We need more gas.
Of course, that's what I have. Gasoline.
Shoot the gas can to set it on fire.
I also see this the armor bag tactic to be very effective with Undercover and Hotline Miami Day 2. If you want to go and try to rush to get the coke, and of course if someone brings a saw and once you place the C4, that's when you equip the armor, because you're not going to be spreading a lot in that room, as that's where the most firefight is. And the same thing case can be applied to Heat Street, where I have to escort Matt, so I don't really sprint as much.
Stay down!
But still, but still, I probably still wouldn't recommend, bringing an armor bag on death sentence because, you're better off with other skill points or bring another equipment like a doctor bag, so just in case you, go down or your gray screen. But I'm doing this because, well, I like the extra challenge,
I
and
have information. I know someone who Jiro
I also
would
like
want to talk to.
try to have
It's about
different
his
equipment
son.
viable on the highest difficulty.
Get off your ass! Go faster! Hurry up! Jiro! Follow me now! Move it! Right on. Got a little bastard very faster!
Get to Jay's parking, and I'll get you out of there.
Whoa. Oh, SWAT turret. Oh, you're enough.
Hurry!
Thank God for penetration. Except that doesn't work.
Let's head out! Go faster! Get off the ground! Step out!
I have an inspection plan. Go to the parking lot.
They weren't expecting that, for goddamn sure. I don't mean to holler at you, but you did great back there.
Okay, it's back up. Guys, go for... Wait, what? Wait. No way.
Get to Jay's parking, and I'll get you out of there.
I think the bots, when they try to get to me from the crash site, they actually able to take down their first shield. I'm shocked because normally, it takes 2 shields to deal with a SWAT turret, until it has to repair twice. I only did that once. That's the first time I see the SWAT turret, active. I mean, granted, I probably did bypass it when I was in
I have an
2B suit.
inspection plan. Go to the parking lot.
So, it's either maybe my jokers or the other AI actually took it down. I am very proud of you guys. Able to deal with one of your worst enemies. I mean, usually they never target the SWAT turret. They never aim
To the
for it.
parking lot for inspection.
So, that's actually a first.
I need to move to a higher point for pickup. Too narrow down there.
It'd be easier for Bob to pick you up if you go to the top of the overpass.
Got a little bastard very fast! Get off your ass! Get off the ground! Get up!
You got hostage rescue.
Yeah, I feel like they've made the Seal Dozer a much bigger target compared to the normal variants because of this huge, headpiece. Makes the lineup for very easy headshots.
Move it!
Which I find the normal variants a little bit more smaller. Where's the other ones, right?
They just set another civilian free. You gotta focus
Alright,
on
luckily
the
it's...
civilians.
Get down! Stay put! You got a shield! Don't move! Shield! Down on the ground! Kill this here! Yeah! Up! Here's the first aid kit! Shield kill! Enemy medic! Ubijala shield! Kill them all! Stay gone! Shield don't take it, Jim! Here's the first Anybody got a medic bag?
That ought to teach them some manners. Now, make what you didn't count.
Oh my god, that swatter has a ridiculous range.
Call for the hostages.
Okay, I hear the other SWAT turrets, I guess repairing. Right below me. Oh god.
Over there!
Oh, you have a terrible leg day. Oh, you can probably skip leg day.
Pass bottom of the shield! Up! Shield out!
Now, give them hell.
That's where I can see him, motherfucker!
Okay, I think one of my Joker die.
Cut!
Don't worry, I got a nice resupply.
Shield around!
So yeah, I have so far no problems. With the situation. Even if I have the armor bag, I can still make it work. Just like what people say about the armor bag. I mean, it was a cool concept at first, but you know, in practicality, it was just meaningless.
You need to clear the pickup zone, guys, or I won't be able to get you out.
Shield!
Clear the pickup zone.
Got it! Shield down!
Gotta clear the area of cops, or Bob won't be able to get to us.
Those are killed!
Clear skies. I'm coming in.
First aid kit here!
Now, of course, a downside when using the
This zone instead.
jack of all trades, especially Ace, is
Get that guy to the chopper.
you deploy a little bit, like 1 second delay, and of course, then you don't want to come.
Watch your ammo! He said, I need a medic bag now! Those are down! Kill the taser! Anyone got bandages? Inside here. Kill the Hackett!
The prisoner is your prize, my friend.
And
Keep him locked up
Yep.
and safe. He probably has information that someone doesn't want you to have. See if you can extract some of it.
and that's the I guess the power of the armor bag paired with the stoic ICTV combo. So yeah, even the armor bag can be viable on the highest difficulty, 1 down edition. You just had to have a creative mind to make it work. And funny enough, it works.